The Hobbit opens with Bilbo Baggins telling us all about the plight of the dwarves, so by the time they finally show up one by one to cram themselves into his tight little hobbit hole, there isn't really much of a mystery left as to why, which is what Bilbo must have been thinking. Why are you here? What's going on? So I decided to check out for a little bit and do whatever the opposite of relating is to a main character, but let me go back. If you're looking for a movie version of Tolkien's classic, then you've come to the wrong place. While Peter Jackson's new Middle-earth film is entertaining, it's not The Hobbit. It tries to be with a bippity-boppity-boo inspired musical number, then swings way in the opposite direction and lops off about 50 heads or so just for the fuck of it. And am I alone in thinking that we shouldn't actually be rooting for these guys who try to kill everything that moves with very little justification, and also that Radagast has bird shit in his hair? And speaking of characters who've overstepped their bounds, the rock giants are now front and center since apparently the CGI guys had some extra time. I must have skimmed over the part in the book that has a necromancer, and the white orc is supposed to be dead, yet he's now a very alive and very prominent villain who is sworn to wipe out Thorin's bloodline because motivation not found, apparently also just for the fuck of it. And then there's the ring, which Bilbo finds in a totally different way than in the Fellowship, and continuity will count towards your final grade, Peter, and which Gandalf sees Bilbo put in his pocket, and he knows what it is, so why is he surprised at the 111st birthday party? And if he really thinks that evil is trying to make a comeback, couldn't he say, hey fellas, while we're all out and about, let's maybe make a stop at Mordor and lob that sucker into the fire, save ourselves 11 and a half hours plus special features, or even give it to the eagles who could conveniently fly it there? Although I guess at the end, those super convenient eagles did leave them on a super inconvenient precipice, so apparently eagles are dicks. All in all, I will go see the next installments, but in the same way that a dog will lick peanut butter off your ass, he'll do it, but he won't be happy about it. And lastly, that's a dwarf. I can say with full confidence that I am way too willing to let those two bang me for them to be dwarves. Done.